Rio de Janeiro was beautiful but quite sketchy. A friend of mine was robbed at gunpoint, and his friend that was with him was also robbed. Funny thing is, they were on their way back from visiting a friend who had been robbed twice that day. Yeah, sheer bad luck. Thankfully, I wasn't robbed because I wasn't with him during that time, but whatever. And here we are on our way to Ilha Grande. We passed through a favela town in Angra do Reis or something like that. It was like race against time. Like, we literally made the last boat by like a minute or two. But yep, here I am on my way to Ilha Grande. After a race against time with the Uber driver, actually pretty cheap. When split three ways, the 2 or more like 3 hour ride was about €10 per person. After converted from Brazilian real. But it's quite bumpy, but very exciting ride. It reminds me of the boat taxi that took in Costa Rica. Only this one was much choppier and a lot more splashy with water. As far as I know, no one here was prone to seasickness because no one threw up, which is good because the smell and sound of vomit is disgusting to me. I mean, I can tolerate, super gory movies, but vomit just something special. I just don't like it. And like, with being sick, I can tolerate fevers and, chills and coughs, but nauseousness, I despise. So if COVID causes nausea, then I do not want it. Back away. Get behind me, Satan. Yay! On the road again, the bumpy seas. Yeah, masks were required on board. Some people wear them in creative ways, like just over their mouth, not covering their nose. Other people just wear it on their chin. It really is the stupidest thing ever. It's like, hey, I'm wearing a mask, just not really wearing it at all. It's on my chin. Because I'm cool that way. Whatever. As you can see, the little boat driver guy is on a rain jacket. For good reason. The water gets all over you during this ride. She has the right idea, having a shopping bag covering her face. Whee! Rocking back and forth. I mean, this boat ride is actually more expensive than the other ones because we caught the last one from the only port that was open, Angra dos Reis. It was about 70 reais, which is roughly around, I don't know, let's say $11, 12-ish, something like that. Either way, not bad at all by US standards for about a half-hour-ish ride. But as the boat ride dragged on, the weather got gradually worse. It started raining actually a bit later on here, and it got quite windy at that point. But it's exciting. Rockin'. The guy in the middle, a little Russian guy, he was getting splashed quite a bit. Here's a lady's casually on her phone. There's a crew member doing something. No idea what, but it must be important. Thankfully, the guy next to me had a yoga mat that he used as a little improvised shield. Here I am wiping the lens off of water because lots of water got on my camera. I edited out most of my wiping off the lenses because it occurred like 5 or 7 times. this ride was pretty dramatic because the peninsula around here was beautiful. And there were a couple small islands that we passed on the way from mainland Brazil to Ilha Grande, which in English translates to Big Island. And it is quite big. What's cool also is that there's no cars allowed on it. So it is like being, you know, back in time and in a legit island paradise, because there's no car noises to distract you. Even the Uber Eats guys or whatever delivering food are on bicycles. So no buzzing motors to annoy you, apart from boat motors. But if you aren't anywhere near the beach or, you know, whatever, you won't hear any engines, and you'll be able to kind of enjoy a peaceful environment on Ilha Grande. I had never heard of the island before. I heard about its existence from word of mouth. And it's apparently the most safe place in Brazil. I kept poking at people's brains about this, saying, "Is there really no crime here?" And I insisted, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" Not even during high season, no one's pickpocketed or whatever. They're like, no, it's just a super safe place. No one's things are robbed from the beach when they're swimming. Which is pretty crazy because back in Rio, there were always people trying to get your things. Some of the thieves weren't as discreet. You could tell they were prowling around, trying to find easy prey. Thankfully for me, I kind of am very situationally aware, so I know when things look suspicious. So I was able to avoid, you know, big robbery schemes. But at one point, I was followed by 3 guys, and they were following me very aggressively. But I managed to trick them out, and took the long way back to where I was staying. And actually started raining a lot, and the rain actually probably hit my location from the 3 guys following me. Because in Brazil, when it rains a lot, and so the visual, I guess, radius of view was probably diminished greatly when it rained. So I was able to safely get back home and evade my would-be thieves or murderers or kidnappers or whatever. So yeah, Brazil is cool and beautiful, but quite sketchy some parts. Look at that wind, y'all. That poor hat. Look at that person in the back. They're wearing a mask across the entire face. They have the right idea. And there's Ilha Grande. One of the coolest islands I've ever been to. Here shortly, I'll be bringing you guys more videos on what this place has to offer. For a paradise, it's quite affordable. Substantially more than Hawaii. In fact, Hawaii is one of the most expensive places I've ever been to. Super pricey place. But this place costs maybe literally about a 1/5 of what Hawaii is, which includes housing and food and tours, which I don't do, but if you're into tours, they're organized. They're pretty affordable here. But if you're adventurous, you can do them by yourself and save a lot of money. So, you know, just do what you gotta do. Anyway, here I am disembarking and heading out to find my place of stay. Alright, everybody, that's all for this video. Stay safe. Lates.